Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Frances Martin, and an independent demonstrator in the United States, and you can find me at FrenchieStamps.com. Today I'm going to share with you a limited, and I mean limited, a bundle. It's called Christmas Time, and the stamp set, it's the Christmas Rose. We got the matching framelit also, and you get extra pieces. And those little corner, I call it, the little trellis, the little lace. Oops, this one is upside down. We get two little frame, and then for the flower. So this video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to share with you bits and pieces and tips of what I find about this bundle. So you can buy separately, you can buy the whole suite, you can buy the bundle at the 10%, or you can buy just the stamp set, the framelit, the paper, whatever turn your fancy. We got the gold glimmer enamel dots, and then we get that beautiful glitter, not glitter, but gold ribbon. So that's part of the suite, and now we got, and it's something special about this stamp set I'm going to share in a minute. Now we got the designer series paper. It's really 6 prints. So here is one, here the one, and this one. Now let's flip this, and it's still 12 sheets, so you get 4 of each. Okay, and here. So if you notice, some of it, it's called Christmas time, but today I'm going to share with you that we can use this for everyday cards. So this is a very lovely print. That's nothing, I mean, the pine cone, yeah, it's kind of Christmassy, but it's in the wood also, right? This one got the holly on it, so a little bit more Christmassy, but still would pull that out. This could be for any days. This, it's a little bit more Christmassy because you get the greenery here and the pine cones, but still I will use it for every day. And this one, it's nothing at all about Christmas about this one. So the color that match with that, I added one. It's not on the package this time, so if you go on my blog, right below you're going to have the direct link. Well, I'm going to turn this video on November 1st, because that's when the bundle go, or that's when this is available while supplies last. And I'm going to have a blog post all about this with extra link and so on the 4th of November. So I got the Merry Merlot, Cherry Cobbler, Poppy Parade, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow. I was debating in this color, and this is what I came with. Here the Poppy Parade. Here is the Merry Merlot. And then this one, and you can always put the cherry on that also. This is very cherry. So Merry Merlot, it's not this one. This is very Cherry Cobbler. So that's how I pick those red tone. And then, of course, the brown and the green, it's the mossy. And the brown, it's the pine cone. So you can always match other one, but usually it's in the back of the paper. This time it's not, so that's why I bring this right here so you can see. Now, talking about the paper, I'm going to share with you, I did some cards with just the paper, so this is more Christmassy, and it's all the designer series paper, right? I use, it's no stamping, this is all the designer series paper. So if you take your framelits and you bring it to this print here, not the trio there, but the 2 rows there, just like the stamp set. This match perfectly with this here. See? Boom, boom, bang, and you can die cut this. So that is a match of that also. Or you can fussy cut, whatever you prefer. So that is taken care of. Now I use this, it's like I said, no stamping. If you see here and there, I add some of the glitter dots. I'm going to share a little, a lot of time I use my scissors for that. This one was not working good with my scissors. See, I was damaging them. So you're going to use the pick tool, push it in the side, and then let's put one Where else can I put another one? Here. Well, I'm going to put another one. Here we go, right in this there. Put it there, boom, it's done. So you just lift it up, very simple. So that is with the, so I did this one for Christmas. All the other one I'm going to share, it's not Christmas really. Okay? So now I cover the designer series paper, the ribbon, and the dots. One thing, so you get this framelets in there, or the die. I'm so used to call it framelit. You get the die this shape, and it was not popping to me. So what I done, so I cut one on the long way, this way. So you see it's missing some piece there, right? But what I done, right below the point there, you get the first point, right there where it go in, I cut that diagonal and this diagonal. So that's going to be the top and the bottom. Now for the side here, this is going to be at the end. So what I done, here we go. Let me share that. Like I said, this video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm doing one video for this bundle because it's such a time limited. I want to make sure that you get all my tips, and then you can decide if you want it, and then you're going to have plenty of ideas to use it. And then I'm going to put that on the side here. So you see, this is what you're going to get. Now I'm going to bring each side, this one I cut it on the long way, and I'm going to take this, and let me put this one first. I like to put my point with my point there. Here we go. I put that little point here and little point there. Oops. Here we go. And then this here, I end cut that. That's from the paper. So this roses, it's from the paper. I didn't stamp that because we don't have that stamp for that. So now I got a full backing here, like a full frame. So that I'm going to put that with dimensional. Here we go. So that's going to be put with dimensional. I use the foil over here, the little lace thing that I told you about, and this is going to come right here. Very little stamping, and the happy birthday is from the Magnolia Bloom. So some of the cards going to be put randomly, but the video and extra link will be on November 4th on my blog. Now, let's have some fun here. For the stamp set, I find a way that it's slick out that I'm going to share with you. So really, I'm using my plates. So I'm using two plates, so one on one side, the other side, and so on. So let me share with you how I done this. So you see this one get the lines, this one don't have the lines, but I got a very easy way to share with you how this can be done. So first thing, the stamp set, do you find something weird here? I got photopolymer and I got the red rubber. That's the stamp set. It's two case, but it's one set. So this is more like the detail with the greeting. And then you get the detail. I'm sorry. This is like distinct ink stamping. And this is the detail. And it's one set, this, okay? So this one, it's the red rubber. And this one is the photopolymer. And the greeting, it's all the Christmas. But like I said, I'm using different set for different greeting. I'm starting with a piece of Whisper White. It's 4 by 5 1/4. You can start with whatever. And we're going to do it in a different color today. I like to put my, is it in the view here? Here we go. I like to put my a case in the back there so it stay up. And here also, so that make it easier to stamp. I'm going to go with soft suede. I know many times, oh, I lost my soft suede, here it is. I know many times that we use black for the detail. In this case, I want it not so pronounced, so I'm using soft suede. So I'm going to stamp this in a soft suede. And we're going to close that. So you see, I don't have nothing here, okay? Because it's the red rubber. So now, what it's called the cling. And, okay, there, I still need a bit. So I'm going to come here. Et voila. So now I got the outline. Now we're going to flip this. We keep our paper there. And what I done, I match my stamp already on top. I'm going to undo one to show you. This time we're going to stamp our flower in Daffodil Delight. I'm going to stamp this here. Oops, see, it didn't go good at all. Now, because it's in photopolymer, I need a cushion in the back. I like the one with the grid. Was new this year. So it's like our old foam, but we get the grid. Going to put that there. Put that in the corner, the way it was. And then, oh, see, I let it slide there. It won't show though. Let me put more yellow on this. Make sure it's in the corner. I could always use the magnet too. Let me show you. Even with that, you still can use the magnet. And here we go. So now it won't move. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Now I won't use the magnet. I'm going to share with you how you can do it without the lines. So put that there again. It'll go faster if I do all the same color together and then. Et voila, you got a hole there. You're going to understand why. Don't panic about that. So now we got this part done. Now we're going to do the other part. That's going to be in, I'm using Old Olive. And so let me do this here. So you see, I set my stamp set, and I'm going to share with you in a second. And you see all those little holes. That's normal. This one, I think, need a little bit more ink at the corner here. Let's go back there. Make sure I'm right in the corner. Et voila. Oh, now I get darker there. So, you know what? Let's do one more. So it's going to be all darker. So this one's going to be without no, voila. Now I'm going to bring back the other one we had here. As long as you remember which side to go, really you can do many of them. And after you set it once, I mean, boom, boom, bang, it's done. Stamp this here. Okay. Now we're going to do the polka dots, the little berries there. So let me share with you. This is the most friendly set, I think, to match. It's so easy. You're going to be able to find right away where they go. So make sure that the raised part go down, because that's the part that's stamped. You're just going to match this, and I do one by one. What I mean, I do one, and then I bring my, oops, I need to move this. I bring my plate down, put it down, and then I place the other one. So I done that all in advance, but that's how I done it. Very simple. And the only one that you don't have to do it all, it's the pine cones, because we just got one pine cones. They're a little bit shaped differently, but they all match with one pine cones. So now we're going to do the berries, and that I'm going to do the berries in Pretty Peacock. So you see, I'm not using any of the colors that are Christmassy, really. Keep that in the corner. So after you set this, you can do a bunch of these cards in very little time. Very, very little time. Voila. See how it get all to life right now? And then I'm going to do the one that we don't have the lines. My, wrong color, dang it. My plate is hitting my markers in the bag there. I had a little boo-boo here. Let's clean that. That's what happens when you get a few ink pad open. Now I'm going to put that there. Make sure it's in the corner. Et voila. See how pretty it is? Okay, now I'm done with this. So I could go, after it's all set, I would say do a few cards, not just one or two. Let me move this. And then we're going to take the pine cone. Okay, did I put it back in this case? I doubt it. Here it is. So the pine cone, I'm going to use the Seaside Spray. And even without the lines here, you see the holes? So that's where it goes. So I'm going to put the pine cone there. So it just add a little bit of colors in there. And I think it looks very pretty. Now I'm going to use the Happy Birthday, thinking of you on this one. Let me make sure it's clean. So you can use different greeting, whatever that, and I'm going to have all the links. This Thinking of You, it's from the Woven Heirloom stamp set. I'm going to put that right at the bottom here. Voila, very soft and gentle. And then this one here, I'm going to come here, do on top of my, so it's just one of this one. So that's why I cannot put it on the plate to do it all at the same time. The other one I can't, but this one I couldn't. And now I'm going to use the Happy Birthday from the stamp set Magnolia Blooms. And that's, I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock. Oh, I had something there, so we're going to stamp the Happy Birthday on top. Here we go. Et voila. See, cover that little. So you see how this was very, very simple. So then I will mount that on matching colors, and I will post that together down the road. But this is it. See how beautiful. It's very detailed still. And here, so that is the two different one. I think I love this, because a lot of time when you look at the flower, you don't see the detail lines like that. So that for me, it's very natural and just love it. Another thing that I done, you can take your wink of Stila, and that it's just extra if you feel like it. And you see where it's the darker, you can come and add a little bit. It's going to make it even darker and more darker, and that's going to give a little bit more depth to your flower. This is not a must. I mean, nothing is a must when it comes to stamping, but I don't know how the camera can show, but it adds a little bit more poof to the flower. Okay, so that is how you can do your thing without the outline. So here's another one. Now, how about this? I absolutely love this. It's floating re-anchor. Let me share with you how this is done. This one I stamped with Versamark, embossed with the glitter white. It's called, it's one we got this Christmas in the Christmas catalog. Shimmer white? I think it's the shimmer white. I think I'm going to have the link. It's not in the, it's in the annual catalog. I'm going to have the link. I embossed with the script embossing folder. I added the gold dots, and this is the little add-on there, the little corner that I told you in the framelits. So I pre-done two on a piece of the watercolor paper. They don't quite fit two, but when I cut them with the framelit, so that after you stamp this here, I should have shown it to you, it matched your framelits that I don't know where I put. There it is. So after you stamp it, see, it matched perfectly. So you can die cut it also, or you can leave it just the way it is, your choice. So the one that I did with the floating ink, it is. So what is the floating ink? So this time, for the flower, I'm going to use Rich Raspberry. And the green, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow this time. So let me move this. You can use any one, but that's the one I'm using. And for the little berries, Here we go. So what I'm going to do is just add a little drop of, that one get quite a bit, but I still going to add a drop. That one, that ink pad get better days, I can see. And then, or you can, if you don't want this dirty like mine, you can use a clear cover, a clear case, a clear envelope, cellophane, whatever. Or you can put your drops on your clear block. And then crushed curry. Now what I'm going to do is spritz water, and this is watercolor paper. Okay, oh, that's wrong. Almost had a big mistake there. Let me clean that. I just saw I grabbed the wrong ink. See? It's a good thing that I pay attention before I close that, right? Let me grab this back. Here it is. You want to spritz water. Again, it's on watercolor paper. So I get water in my spritz bottle. And you want to spritz that it's almost pooling your image. So when it's done with copper and when it's done with silver here. And when I post about that, I'm going to share them all. Now, I'm going to use my aqua painter. You want to make sure that it's full of water. You're going to take this and just touch, barely touch. See? It's like spider web when you touch. And the long part, it's going to be to let it dry. I like to let it dry naturally. Just because if you take the Eat tool, it's going to really push all the water. Another thing that you could do, you can take like a paper towel. In my case, I don't have paper towel, but I get a hinky rag. And you can tap this a bit. But what's happening when you do that, you take a lot of the color out. So this way, it go faster, but that's what happens. So that's, see my flower, it look very kind of funky. But when it dry, and those dots there, I didn't have enough water, so it did more absorb right in the paper. It's nothing wrong, it's okay. Here, I'm going to put my green. And I had my green where I get like those pine needles there. I put that there. Here it is. And more over here. So I just do like a wash around there. And if here it was too much water puddling, so I'm going to remove some. Here we go. And oops. Then when you switch color, just squeeze that. I forgot the little flower here. Very important to do your little flower. Here we go. And then for the little dots, I just, and also the pine cone, I did it in the yellow. I just tap it here and there, and you see it all go around or on the side and so on, but that's okay. Well, I think it's okay. I like that look. Oops, this was way too much, not enough water, so I'm just going to bring more water and do a wash. And then when it dry, all where it's embossed, it's going to come right back here. Here we go. So you think, oh my goodness, that it looks so not right. Trust me, when it dry, oh, I want it green there. When it dry, it make a huge difference. Very much so. So I would let that dry, and I will let it dry and finish the cards. And when it finish, it's going to look something like this. See? It's all a wash. I didn't pay attention how I closed the design. But boom, this one was in Melon Mambo. So this is it for my tip on this bundle. And like I said, this is limited time. It's not even till this date or while supplies last. It's just while supplies last. So It can last for 2 weeks and it can last for 2 months. We don't know. Depends how popular it's going to be. And so the video is going to be live on November 1st, because that's when it starts. And these cards here are going to be posted on November 4th. And then the floating one's going to be down the road here the week after or so on. So thank you so much. And again, all the supplies for this going to be on my blog with the coordination color and so on. And also the designer series paper card too will be on my blog. It's going to take place all the first 2 weeks of November. Thank you and have a lovely day, my friend. Bye-bye for now.